Alright, so today we're gonna see how we can increase our workflow, and I'm gonna show you something that is never mentioned and it's gonna save you so much time. So we're gonna start by clicking new song, and now we're gonna start adding things that we know we're gonna use. So for example, I'm making my drums on Impact. First, let's set our BPM. And I also know I'm gonna use sample 1, and maybe I want some grime 808, so I'm gonna use 2 of them. As for instruments, I know I'm gonna use, let's say, maybe Nexus, Expand. So this is up to you. Whatever instruments you use the most, you can drag them here. So after we load our instruments we use the most, we're gonna start making the arrangement, and you can copy this. Our hook will be until 33. We will rename this here. And the verse will be until 57. So I only make one hook and verse because after I finish them I can just press Alt and duplicate them, so I have my song ready. Now we can move on to the thing that no one mentions. So we're gonna add some tracks here. I'm gonna go for 5. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pack them to a folder. And now we can start adding things that we will use on the beat, like our producer tag. And we can place our tag at 1, at 3 or 5. I usually place mine on 5. So after this I'm gonna go to the folder that I keep my risers, and I usually place a light riser before my tag. So I'm gonna set it where I want it to be.
It's lost.
Next I'm gonna go to my gunshot folder, and I'm gonna place one at 9. You can copy these. So for an intro like this I usually start my counter snares at 9, and I'm gonna bring that riser right before. I'm gonna press N so that it doesn't snap on grid and I can move it anywhere I want. So next is gonna be the gunshots before the hook, and I'm just gonna press Alt and place one at 16, and I'm gonna have one at 16 and a half, and one right when the hook starts. We can also place one here, and you can copy all these placements. I'm gonna use one on the verse at the start. I know I'm gonna use one here. So you can copy all this. So these are gonna be 40, 40 and a half, 41, and after that we can get 56 and have a double one. So we're done with the gunshots. Now what we miss is a riser for the hook and one for the verse. I could use the same one here. I would probably use a different one for the verse. So I think I'm not gonna need track 5, so I'm gonna delete that. So after we have all these things ready, we can add the effects we're gonna use. I'm gonna drop an EQ or whatever other effects I use. I know I will probably use halftime. And we can add a reverb as well. And after we've done that, we can click File, Save as Template, and we can name that. So now every time we open a new song, we have it here. So now let me show you how this works. We're gonna have this muted while we make a song, and I'm gonna make one fast to show you how it works. Alright, so I made this simple track, and now I'm gonna unmute the folder that I made before, and let's have a listen.
H-Law.
So as you can see, I don't have to place my tag or any risers after I finish the song. I have like 3 or 4 different templates like this with different risers. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. Next video will be some tips about 808 slides, some UK like this I made. So yeah, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any of those. I'm gonna see you next time. Cheers.